Elara lived in a small village nestled beside a restless river. From her window, she watched its ceaseless flow, sometimes calm and shimmering, sometimes a tumultuous rush after the rains. For years, Elara believed ease came from a life untouched by hardship, a placid pond rather than a raging river. She yearned for days where no unexpected currents pulled, no stones snagged her feet. Her life, like most, was a tapestry of threads, some smooth silk, others rough twine. There were days of bountiful harvests and laughter echoing through the fields. Then there were lean seasons, illnesses, and the inevitable aches of loss. Each challenge felt like a personal affront, a deviation from the easy path she so desperately craved. She would resist, lament, and exhaust herself trying to push against the flow, only to find herself more tired, more frustrated. One sweltering afternoon, an old woman named Lena, known for her quiet wisdom, found Elara by the riverbank, tears blurring her vision as she watched a tiny leaf get caught in a swift eddy. "It fights so hard," Elara murmured, pointing. "If only it could just float freely." Lena, her eyes crinkling at the corners, sat beside her. "The leaf is not fighting, child. It is simply moving with the water. The struggle you see is in your own mind, wishing it were elsewhere." Elara looked at her, puzzled. "But if it's caught, how can that be ease?" "Ease," Lena explained softly, "is not the absence of current. It is learning to flow with it. Imagine the river is life itself. It has rapids and calm stretches, obstacles and open paths. If you try to build a dam against every ripple, you will only create more pressure, more turmoil. But if you learn to adjust your sails, to find the unseen currents that can carry you, even through the rough patches, then you find your ease." Over the following months, Elara began to observe. She saw how the reeds bent with the wind instead of breaking, how the water found new paths around fallen logs. She started applying Lena's wisdom to her own life. When a crop failed, instead of despairing, she focused on finding alternative sources of food or ways to improve the soil for the next season. When arguments arose in the village, she listened more, seeking understanding rather than immediate resolution. It wasn't that problems disappeared. The river still had its rapids. But Elara's internal landscape shifted. She learned to distinguish between what she could control and what she could not. She stopped expending energy on things beyond her influence and instead focused on her reactions, her mindset. She found that accepting the impermanence of things, the ebb and flow of life, brought a profound sense of peace. One day, she stood by the river again, watching its powerful journey. A storm was brewing, and the waters surged. Yet, Elara felt no fear, no resistance. She simply observed, a quiet strength within her. She realized that ease wasn't a